Doing a quick little video on the Baja tonight. I got a couple questions about the battery setup on here. I can fit a 12 amp hour battery in here with the controller on top of it, or I can fit a 10 amp hour with the controller beside it. I just don't have two 12 amp hour batteries right now, but it does work out pretty well this way. If you want to use two 10s, I put one in the front, in the very front, and there's a 5 amp hour battery on top of that that runs the light system separately. So I have a separate 12 volt system just for the LED light bar, which actually makes it so you can't see the gauge. But 12 volt system's completely separate, divorced from the 5 amp hour battery. And then there's a 10 amp hour on the front, there's a 10 amp hour back here. And I have a breaker, a 40 amp breaker between the two of them, because this controller does pull quite a bit of current. And I've also got Traxxas 775 motors. You probably can't see them in there, but we got some big fat Traxxas motors in there. It's running on 24 volts, so it's pretty quick. And it's got a ton of power. It just has absolutely no traction whatsoever. But I'm only comparing it to the Jeep because we have rubber tires in the Jeep, and that works out really well. But yeah, for charging, I haven't hooked up a charging port to it yet, so what I've been doing is pulling the battery. I've got a little charging rig over here that I use. I plug into our normal charger that we use for all our 24 volt stuff. 3-prong razor style charger. You'll find them more on racers and hoverboards, and make sure it's 24 volts. But I just plug it into the existing connections and charge it that way. But everything else has a charging port into the back of it. Like when you're doing these, take into consideration the kid may want to drive off with it, so I put the one on the Cadillac on the back. It's actually charging right now, and the one on the Gator is also in the very back. The one on the Jeep as well is on the very back where the existing gas cap was. So yeah, you want to integrate a charger into this thing so you don't have to pull the batteries out to charge it, which this one you kind of do, which is kind of a pain, but she has so many vehicles that she didn't run and kill the battery that quickly. All this does slide into here as a unit. I've got them Gorilla taped together. Closes up. It's all good. Going back up. They fit in there pretty snug, and there's even space. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's no space up there for the connectors to not hit the top of it. So there you go. That's what kind of batteries I use in the Baja Extreme, and we also put a key switch on here. Keep from killing the battery, because there's no power on, power off toggle on that controller, the 700 watt controller. So we have to use an external 30 amp. It's only a 30 amp key switch for 12 volt, but I've had one on the Jeep for a while. Same controller, 350 watt motor. It's been working pretty well for a while. So, got any more questions? Drop them in the comment section or shoot me a private message.